Yo, yo, what's up, guys? All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit late this morning. I'm actually, like I said yesterday, I have painters in my house, and so we are actually upstairs in my kids' playroom right now. So my kids have a pretty big playroom upstairs in my house, and so we are up here now. Um, and so yeah. Let me see if I can get the camera rolling here. What's up, Scott, James, John? Yeah, I mean, with these are just stocks that are gapping up and down in pre-market. They're not really. I mean, typically, what I usually like to do is I like to look for overextended gap ups and then short them on the way down. And then with gap downs, sometimes I'll short those as well, but sometimes I'll long those for reversals. And so, it all just depends on what we see. All right, there we go. All right, you guys should be able to see me now. Yeah, this is my kids' playroom, guys. Sorry about the mess in here. Like I said, we're painting downstairs, and the painters are probably gonna be here. So I had to run my Wi-Fi is really not that good up here, so I had to run I have like a 75-foot Ethernet cord that I had to run up here to my computer to get it all rolling and set up here, but we got it up, so I guess that's good. But yeah, this is my kids' playroom. My wife helped me set it up, and her one rule was that I don't scan around the room. And so we can go ahead and scan around the room, you know. Let's see what we can see here. This is my kids' playroom. You can see all my books right down there. You see all those books I have. But yeah, it's a mess right now. We're kind of using it as a storage room until we get the painters out of here, you know. And so we'll see what happens. Uh, yeah. So we don't have some bad movers here. Let me see. Let me see what we get. Let me clean my glasses off here. So MU's looking good. We also have some of these microchip stocks that aren't looking that bad here. Yeah, dude, they got a bigger room than we do, man. This playroom up here. I've tried to talk my wife into letting me turn it into an office, but she's not going for it. So it's a playroom now. It kind of doubles as like a storage room, playroom. Honestly, the reason we bought this house is because of the closets in this room. The closets are literally like a little apartment. They are like, I don't know, they got to be like 8 by 5 maybe, but they're big enough for somebody to sleep in these closets. They're huge, and so we kind of store stuff in them. But it's one of the reasons we bought this house. We do have Mitch here today. Mitch is not working today, so let me try to get him up. All right, yeah, hold on one second. I'm gonna get Mitch in here. How do I know if a stock is shortable on TradeNet? Yeah, so it's actually pretty easy here. I'll try to show you real quick. Um, Hold on, let me get Mitch in here, and then I got you. Hold on. There you go. What's up, Mitch? All right, so right, that's exactly how you do it. Test test. Let me mute this video capture device. Here we go. All right. So yeah. So to here, let me get this up here. Honestly, I almost broke my finger in this room yesterday. I almost broke my finger, man. This thing nearly killed my finger. If you guys saw the video I put out yesterday, I did end up coming back and rebounding some yesterday. I ended up being up on the day like 53 bucks. You can see my account balance now. It's at 317, so up a very small amount after commissions, but was able to kind of salvage the day. So I'll take it. We also have, let's see what we could find here. Oh yeah, okay. So to check what's tradable, all you do is go to account manager, or no, you go to trade manager right here, and then you just go to symbol. Right under symbol, you can type in anything. Like I can type in DVAX and see it has a Y under tradable. If it has a Y under tradable, then that means you can short it and trade it. So as long as it says Y under tradable, regardless of what it says under short size or marginable, as long as it has a Y under tradable, that means you can short it. So like AMD has a Y, like I said, DVAX has a Y, OMER has a Y. So all of these are tradable. FRSX has an N. So that means it's not tradable or shortable. And so I hope you see that. It's just under Trade Manager and symbol. And so yeah, as long as it has a Y under, tradable, then you're good. You could short it. Oh man. But yeah, guys, I'm nauseous again, man. So I'm hoping I'm going to the doctor today at like 11 a.m. because I'm still nauseous and sick. Sucks. Hopefully I can start feeling better, but man, I thought it was gone. Hopefully it's just a little minor relapse, you know. All right, but yeah, it seems like that we have a lot that is actually tradable. It looks like we can actually trade a decent amount of these today. So like, what was it? DVAX is tradable, so we can actually trade DVAX, and so I'm for sure gonna watch that one. Maybe look for a fade or a short. We also have the microchip stocks that are all up some. Yeah, no worries, Yumir. No worries, brother. All right, so I don't know where Mitch went. Let me But yeah, just to show you guys, DVAX is tradable, so I'm for sure going to be watching that one. Here, showing a lot of movement. We're going to have to look up. All right, so yeah, so CBS looks good. Let me see what you guys can see. Make sure this is up right. You guys can't even see this. All right, here, let me squeeze this in. A little bit too much. Should be good. Yeah, that'll work. I'll have to end up changing this before the actual bell in 25 minutes or so. But for now, look at CVS. Look at this. Look at CVS gapping up from 55.30s to 59.26. We also have FRSX. That looks good. FRSX. Put this up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, we also have FRSX. That looks good. What's up, Leroy? What's up, man? Nice, man. Galveston. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been out there, but hope you had fun, brother. Sounds fun, man. All right, so yeah, main watches today, guys. Keep an eye on FRSX. I think that's the one that's not tradable. Also looking at CVS. CVS. Main watch is DVAX, SPHS. Low volume, probably not tradable either. CI. And then just the microchip stocks, AMD, MU, all gapping up. The overall SPY is testing 300 again, so it's up to 299.30s here. So really interesting day in the market. Like I said, my mistake that I made initially yesterday was that I was shorting stocks when the market was super bullish. And once I waited for the market to kind of turn and turn back bearish, that's when my shorts had a lot better accuracy and a lot more success. And so lesson from yesterday that I need to take, because regardless of how much experience you really have in the market, you're always going to be learning from your losses. And so my lesson from yesterday that I need to learn from is to follow the overall market, try not to trade against the market, at least for mid and high cap stocks. And I think that was my biggest mistake yesterday. Once I kind of rectified that, my trading got much, much better. All right, so we can go ahead and look up some news here as well. We can go ahead and look up some news. Like I said, if you're just now joining us, I am not at my normal trading desk. I am actually in my kids' playroom upstairs at my house. And so it's kind of a mess up here. You can see my wife behind me tried to kind of organize the the couch behind me. And that's probably the neatest part of the room. And like I said, her one rule for me doing this up here was that I don't pan around the room. And so again, I'm going to go ahead and pan around the room really quick. You can see how messy this is up here. We're kind of using it as a storage room. But it's a pretty big playroom, really. You can see all my books that I have here. My kids' toys and stuff. So yeah, it's fun. Like I said, we're painting right now. So the house is a wreck. We've got storage stuff everywhere. I think the painters are about to get here. And so, let me fix this. I think they're about to be here now. I actually just saw them out the window. So the first thing I'm going to have to do, is go talk to them and tell them to wait until I'm done streaming to mess with the front room where my internet modem is. I'm going to have to tell them to wait, because if they mess with my internet modem, the stream goes bye-bye. So, yeah, once they get here, once I hear them come in, I'm going to probably have to let them in. That's what I'm going to have to do. Honestly, at this point, I'd love for somebody to help me renovate, man. I've spent thousands of dollars doing all this stuff. So, yeah, at this point, my wife's kind of going crazy. Yeah, just to put it into perspective, I've been kind of MIA for a while. There's my wife. I've been kind of MIA for a while. And so my wife had allergies and she's allergic to mold. And so we had the AC ducts completely changed, which was thousands of dollars. Then because they changed the AC ducts, the drywall was like screwed up at my house. It was all messed up. And so then on that end, we had to get the drywall repaired, and now that the drywall is repaired, now we have to get it painted. And so that's what we're doing now. So it's just been chaos at my house. I would. My wife, honestly, I tried to do half of it myself. I could have done the painting, like specifically the painting. Like I know how to paint. I could have done the painting. The drywall would have been kind of so-so, and definitely not the AC ducts. But I'm sure that's what YouTube is for. But my wife's probably scared I'm gonna screw it up. Alright guys, my wife's gonna bring me my coffee. Hey, tell them not to do the front room downstairs because because I'm still doing this, and if they do the front room downstairs, that's gonna cut the internet out. And so tell them to wait and do another room for the first few hours because I need that. And tell them, make sure they don't unplug the internet, please. Okay, thank you. McDonald's coffee. All right. All right, guys. Let's do this. Yeah, we got about 19 minutes left. Test. Oh, what? Mitch has his, check Mitch out. No, it's not muted, man. I see it coming in on my end. Look, it's Mitch. Look, it's Mitch right there. I can't hear you, though, bro. I gotta figure out how to, make this different. I gotta figure out how to make it so that, I like that camera angle there, Mitch. I should be doing it here. Look, here's Mitch. Look, I can't hear him right now, but there he is. I can't hear him right now, but there he is. Yo, the volume though, Mitch. We can't hear anything, man. I don't know, Abby. I don't even use the chart. I don't even use the chart on tests. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Sorry. This is me being. This is. No. Honestly, that was my dumb mistake. That was my dumb mistake. Yeah, man, that was my dumb mistake. Yeah, man. That was me forgetting to turn my headphones on for the day. Which is cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's up, Junior? What's up? How do I know how do I use chart and TEFs? I don't know, man. I've never used that. I use Thinkorswim charting. Yeah, the big thing here though is to figure out how to add this little screen. Yeah, look, here's Mitch. I can throw him up. Here, let me try to figure out how to put this up. I think the better way to do it. Yeah, I can show Mitch. Here, I gotta figure out how to throw him up. I think the better way to do it would be to, here, hold on. I just gotta figure out how to get him up. Yeah. I gotta figure out. I'm gonna have to look it up after today's stream how to use this to put it on OBS. You know. I mean, I can add it. There's window capture, video capture, scene, media, maybe media source. No, that's just gonna be well, I can see it and I can like pull you into it, but anytime I click on anything else, it's gonna like put it down. Yeah. On yours, all I'm seeing when I right click, it says chat, and then it says show non-video participants. That's all it says. Mitch has got a no. It's cool. I mean, I could just do this, and we could talk for now. Throw Mitch up right here and just cover myself up. There we go. Yeah. Squeeze this in here. Might actually be better to put him like right here, actually. Yeah. There we go. What's up, Felix? What's up, man? Yeah, that's Mitch's setup right there. Mitch has got a way cooler setup than me. Way cooler setup. Oh, my bad. Here, sorry, bro. Mitch, you're gonna have to say that again, man. Oh, wait, because it's not picking up on my desktop. Let me find the properties. Ah, there it goes. Okay, I got it. My bad.
You guys hear me?
Now they can.
All right, guys. So the way my setup works is that I have two 24-inch monitors. I started off with these two at first. These are pretty cheap relatively. You can look these up on Amazon. They're running you around $130. I've gotten them as cheap as $100. And then I got two 27-inch. It took me a while to build this. I went first with the two 24s, then one of the 27s, and then eventually building the second 27, giving myself a really good square look so that I don't have to be looking too far to the left, too far to the right, and gives me an ability to go ahead and see all the stocks that I have. I have about let's see what we got here: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 charts, 10 to 12 charts on the right hand side, 4 to 5 big charts on the left hand side. Then I'll have my main charting on the top and the bottom. Always the bottom window is going to be my main trade window. This is the window I'm going to use to actually put orders in and take my trades. They are
Yeah, 100%.
Acers. They're Acer monitors. They're not the most expensive monitors. They're not I guess, the highest quality image. But at the end of the day, I don't need the best image. I need something that's quick. So these have pretty good gigahertz. They have a 120 refresh rate. So that's really the main thing that I'm caring about is a millisecond refresh rate. So these have 6 second millisecond refresh. So that's more than fast enough for the image that we need to produce.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and look at some stocks for the day. What's your top stock, man?
So we got one of them that's tradable for us is DVAX, penny stock. We can go ahead and look up the news for that one as well. But yeah, DVAX not looking bad, gapping up, and it's tradable.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. This one had the tendency of going up and down, straight back down.
yeah, man.
So we'll
All
be
right, so
watching
this
for
one,
this one to come right back down.
this one is up after Cantor Fitz reinstates DVAX Tech at overweight. Um, Shares rally 21% after hours. So sounds like that's the cause of it. It's just it was upgraded. We'll see what happens with it. Definitely gonna maybe look at it for a potential short. We'll see. We also have OMER gapping up some, and they reached an agreement with the FDA on the primary endpoint for narsoplimab, which is apparently their biodrug BLA and stem cell transplant associated TMA. So yeah, they basically reached an agreement with the FDA for OMER, and OMER looks really interesting here as well. Nice little gap up. It's at 16.75 from 15.20s, and so over $1 gap up. Looks like it's about $1.55 or so. Looks really nice there. We also have, let's see, DPLO. DPLO looks all right, gapping up some here. The microchip stocks, AMD and MU, look pretty strong today. AMD and MU both gapping up nicely. The overall market's actually looking really bullish as well. It's up to the 299s. It's up to 299.29 for the SPY in the overall market. So that looks good. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I actually ended up selling my HLIT option yesterday for a $17 gain. And so it's not a bad gain. You know, considering what I invested in that option, I paid $30 for the option to make around $17. You know, that's over a 50% gain on my investment for that little HLIT put option play. And once it washed out, I just sold it really quick. It's kind of one of those ways you can actually day trade options, and that's kind of what I did yesterday with it, with a nice little gain for that one. And so I did end up kind of rebounding. I can show you guys my Robinhood account. Let me see. Here, I'll pull that up. And so, yeah, wasn't a bad day. But, yeah, so you're sticking up here.
All right. Yep. Watching Wells Fargo's today. If it can crack down and get to some support. One of the things I do see today is the SPY up. SPY is up almost at lifetime highs. Trying to break that 300 mark. It's going to be a key mark. I think the SPY still has some push until we're going to get a real pullback again. You know, kind of the uncertainties are kind of dying down at the moment. I always think that there's kind of like the high wave of a catalyst and then the low wave of catalyst. Right now, we're kind of on that low wave. We just hit that high wave when we were in the G20 and, you know, China and the United States really weren't talking. Now that we're talking, of course, it's going to be a little bit of a dip in the wave and the catalyst, letting stocks get one more big ride up before, you know, the bottom kind of drops out of it, because the real key is, you know, we're getting the Feds to go ahead and decrease interest rates, something they haven't done in about 6 years, trying to keep the push of the economy going. And we're going to see if the monetary policy is going to be enough to keep the stock market pushing up, keep the bulls going.
Yep, 100%. Robert, so you're saying, can you say more on your VWAP strategies? I just tuned in. Thank you. So we actually have over 15 free classes on the strategies and patterns we use. And so I posted the link there to our website. We also have a playlist on YouTube that has the same classes, like I said, for free. And so if you want to watch any of those classes, we have one on VWAP and related strategies. So we have one that kind of breaks down what the VWAP is and the different strategies we use for it. And then we have a bunch on the individual strategies we use. We use the VWAP fade, the VWAP bounce, VWAP rejection, and so forth and so on. And so we got a lot of free content on that. So yeah, just go check out that page right there. All right, guys. But yeah, we got some options here. Yeah, no stress, Robert. No worries, man. SYMC.
Yeah, that one is kind of still in the hold. I think that one could get a good breakout. If
Got a
you
nice
see,
little.
I, I like to look at that one on more of a 60 minute. If you pull SYMC on a 60 minute, you're going to see the drives. So
Yeah.
it's every pre-market, it gets that high, pulls back to a support. What I'm really looking for is to actually break out through those highs. There's going to be a day where it at least goes up and tests that. Until it breaks 25, it doesn't look weak. And until it kind of holds and breaks a pre-market high, I'm not going to really be looking for it on the long side. It's kind of in no man's land right now, and you got to wait for the momentum to pick up and the volume to pick up.
Yep, for sure. No, Snap looks good as well. Yes,
Yeah, Snap's actually on my watch list.
gapping up nicely there too. Let's see what the overall market news is today. Let me see if I can find it. It's always kind of hard for me to find the overall market news. Let me see.
I got you. That one's not that hard. If you guys, I don't know, some people were asking about the monitors. If you want to know, you can still get it on Amazon for about $109. I'm really not pushing any of these monitors. It's just kind of if you do need kind of cheap alternatives. I try to find monitors that can provide me the quality that I need and at the same time provide me uh, a cheap alternative. And you don't need to go and spend $300 on one monitor. It's just unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of did.
Well,
Well, here's the thing. So I bought a. It I'm. It just depends on what you want. You know, it depends on. It just depends on what you want. Like my middle monitor is a 34-inch LG monitor, and so it's an ultra wide monitor, and so like traders can just buy that one monitor and probably be set just because it's so huge, right? But it just depends on what you want. You can find like my other two monitors are 27-inch. I have two 27-inch monitors, and those were like $120 a piece, and so super cheap, big monitors. Like I said, the color might not be perfect, but if I need to edit videos, I just use my LG, and that's what works. Yeah, rad. Any which you'll see a lot, Ymir, is that any type of high float stock is typically tradable. Like any type of stock that usually has decent liquidity is most of the time tradable, and so Rite Aid would kind of fit into that as well. My bad if I cut you off, Mitch. My bad, brother.
no, you're good.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll look at Rad. I won't
Yeah,
be
man.
mad. I can add Rad.
Yeah, man.
CVS is up also. What's going on with CVS and Rad? That sounds like a similar move.
I'm not sure yet. Hold on. Let
Yeah,
me
that
get these scanners up.
that's definitely similar. I'll take a
How,
look.
how did we meet? So we actually met. So I started this channel like 3 years ago now, and I was mostly trading penny stocks on SureTrader. If you look at my really old videos, you'll see I was kind of just trading penny stocks on SureTrader and getting my ass kicked. You know what I mean? Eventually I kind of gave it up for a little bit. You know, like most traders do. When I first started trading, I lost, and it was really disheartening. And so after a little bit, I took about a year-long break, and so you'll see that this channel was actually created in 2016, but I didn't grow it at all for about a year, and I just kind of hung back and like I said, just didn't push anything and grow the channel, didn't upload any videos. Eventually, I kind of had the itch to get back into trading, and that's when I started to pursue it a little bit more seriously. And not too long after that, I met Mitch, in the YouTube comments. You know what I mean? In the YouTube comments, like we kind of clicked up, and he started
Yeah.
helping out on the streams, and we kind of just grew it from there. And now Mitch is a part owner, and the rest is history. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, we started a little bit close. We're getting close to almost a year and a half trading together. What I think really what happened was kind of a combination of strategy. John used to trade a lot of low of the day breaks,
Yep.
and I used to see him get some good wins, but also noticed that he could get better entries. So I kind of explained to him kind of where I was taking entries, and then from there we kind of adapt and really started taking down the VWAP strategy together. And ever since then, that's been our bread and butter. I think that's what's really put John and I on the map is the VWAP fade, and that's why we tend to use it and are
Yeah.
so kind of uh, we stick to that. That's our bread and butter, and that's
Honestly,
why we let you guys know.
it's a powerful strategy. You know what I mean? Here, let me get this back up. Yeah, the VWAP fade is just a super powerful strategy. Like you can see how consistent I typically am with it. And again, it's just a powerful strategy. It's one of those that Bruce Lee famously said, "I don't fear the man that has practiced. I don't fear the man that has practiced 1,000 types of kicks one time. I fear the man that has practiced one type of kick 1,000 times." And that's what I'm trying to do with the VWAP strategies is just really master them. And I think at this point I'm pretty well versed with those, and Mitch is as well. And so it's
Yeah. It's great though. One of the best things when you trade a strategy so much, it gets to the point that it's like riding a bike.
Right.
Um, and that's what we wanted to get to.
All right,
Want
guys.
to
There's
ride
the
that bike
bell.
out. Let's go. Let's do this.
All right, let's do this, guys.
Looking for
All
those
right.
big drops.
Yeah, look at AMD. Look at AMD. CGC
hmm
spiking up here.
I like AMD. It's been riding, pushing pretty high.
Yep. We also have on the scanner CARA, TNDM, TNDM. Oh, I didn't even see TNDM, which is Tandem uh, Diabetes Care. It used to be Tandem Pharmaceuticals, if I remember correctly. CODX, also another former runner. That looks good. CODX, penny stock, pushing up. CODX at 150s now. That looks good. Oh, it's so nice to be back at my computer, man. I was in Michigan for so long. I could have just brought my laptop up here, but I wanted my monitors. I'm in Texas. Mitch is in Denver right now, in
Yeah,
Colorado.
man. That Colorado life.
Honestly, I don't mind trading in here though. It's a little bit more private, and I got a little bit more space in here than I did in my office downstairs. Kron, not looking bad. Gonna watch it for a potential VWAP fade. CRON. If it can pull back to the VWAP there. DVAX. I mean, these are ones I usually look to short. It just depends. It needs to set up a little bit better and maintain under that resistance level. But
Cron potential.
market's down a little bit, but it could always very easily rebound here.
Thinking CGC, but I already missed the 3870 entry.
All right, I'm really liking AMD now. AMD is looking a lot better. AMD is looking pretty good. I mean, if it can get up to 3390, it's just about where to set my risk with AMD, and I would think I would have to set it at 96 or so. The SPY is looking weak. Kron is up to the VWAP now. It's just a little bit too close to the high of the day. That's the biggest issue I have with CRON. So you can see AMD kind of creeping back up there. Let me start my recording so I don't miss this one. Right, but yeah, SPY's dropping, AMD pulling back, Kron's right at the VWAP. STNE up some. Yeah, there goes Kron pulling a red to green move. Roku might be a good fade too. Roku's looking weak. CODX spiking up to 160s for CODX. It's not looking bad either. Yeah, look at that fade on DVAX. Could have taken it. Not quite at the VWAP, but it's kind of what we look for. There goes Kron too with the big reversal. Look at that reversal on Kron. Gonna look at the other cannabis stocks to see if we see some fades with these though. Market's dropping for sure though, so now's the time to attack fades if I was going to.
All right, got a starter there in WFC. Starter there. Risk is 4730s, 5 cent risk. I'm also looking for AMAT and MU to come back. Seeing a big drop also in a couple other stocks. It looks like it's gonna be fun today. Let's focus in, stick to our risk.
For sure. Here, I'm gonna try to make myself a little bit smaller so we can kind of see you too. Hold on.
All right, be careful here, guys, for WFC. Don't want to pass these 4730s. All right, just gonna step out there. Not gonna take a bigger loss than that. It's just a $50 loss. Looking for stocks to come back to VWAP.
Look at Snap. Snap, SNAP. Snap's right at the VWAP.
Yeah, I don't
longer
mind
stuff
this one.
of 64 maybe, but it's starting. Just be careful. It could squeeze up, but 64, 65 risk doesn't
Yeah, I
look
didn't
terrible.
think it was bad there. It's just a tight risk.
Yeah. Well, it's the market starting to squeeze up a little bit here as well. It just depends on if the market fades off the VWAP too. TNDM maybe gonna fade too. TNDM, it's just a spready. Looking at Roku here too, but really I'm looking at AMD as my main one. We'll see. MDR. Yeah, if MDR can pull back to that VWAP area at 38, it doesn't look bad either. If we get a little bit higher, I'll start to scale into AMD. Maybe fading a little bit before I can really take advantage of it. TNDM's up there too. Like I said, it's just a 15-cent spread. Roku is really starting to squeeze up too. The SPY might be rebounding here. That's the biggest thing I gotta look for is the SPY. What's up, Mateo? All right, here's AMD. I jumped in with 100 shares with AMD. I'm gonna be careful. It looks like it could squeeze here. Gonna set a risk of about 91, so it's about a 9-cent risk. I just don't want to get squeezed with the SPY. We'll see. Looks like a good fade, but just about whether I want to add to it or just take the little trade.
All right. Looking at MU now. MU guys.
All right, I added another 100 to this, so I'm in with 200 shares with AMD.
All right.
There's 85.
Got it started there in MU.
See what happens. Gotta watch the SPY with this AMD trade.
All right.
'90s, getting close to my risk level. Like I said, 91 is my risk level.
All right. 43.20 is just my risk level for MU.
All right, I'm out. It got to 92s. $20 loss, very small, very minor. But yeah, just got a little bit too high for me. Squeezed up a little bit too much. This 91 level right here was my risk. So like I said, we got to watch the SPY. The SPY is starting to rebound a little bit. But yeah, this was my risk right here. And so too close to doing a red to green move. This is ultimately why I got out of AMD. Let me make sure I got out. Yesterday, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I got out there. And I actually didn't get out. So, but yeah, this is why I get out of AMD right here. So actually really nice confirmation. And I feel much better about my exit now that AMD squeezes up like that. It's just way too risky to hold through. We could also look at Cron and CGC.
Squeezed out also.
Yeah, a lot of these are squeezing up, so we just got to be careful. We're getting some squeezes. The market originally
Red to
dipped
green.
down. Yep. Yeah, it was a short, Steve. Yeah, it was a fade. It was a fade. But what we got here, like I'll show you guys. So originally we had the market dropping. And so you can see the market dropped originally. If we were going to attack fades, that was the time to do it. Once the market starts to squeeze up like this, and AMD may actually drop now because the market kind of pulled back some. But once the market starts to squeeze up, a lot of these mid and high cap stocks are going to start following it up. And so I think that's ultimately what happened with it. Look at Snap going on a crazy run here. SQ pushing up some as well. And so yeah, we just got the market squeezing up. Yeah, and like I said, there goes AMD pulling back. It's just following the market today, it seems. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, it's just following the market. There's the pullback. You could say, well, I should have held through this, but especially once it broke this high at 97, there's no way I'm holding through that. Just too big of a risk of this thing just running up. Kind of looking at Roku. Roku doesn't look half bad. It's just the spread's about 14 cents, 15 cents. TNDM kind of faked people out too. Let's wait for the market to pick a direction before we try to take any more fades.
Yeah, two I'm gonna be watching are EMPH.
Fix that there. That's better. Yeah, look at the SPY reverse here. So a little bit of a choppy day right now in the market. SPY crossing over and under the VWAP. And so at this point, a few stocks that are kind of picking a trend and following with it are the cannabis stocks. So we got CGC, we got Roku. Another one that I'm interested in is DVAX. DVAX was one that I talked about earlier that I was looking for a fade, and it did fade. Unfortunately, I missed that one. It's unfortunate, but yeah, here goes AMD. A little bit of a choppy day in the market, but look how close AMD is following the SPY, the overall market. So look at, this is AMD, and then look at the SPY here. Look how close these patterns are. Almost exactly the same. So they're definitely following the market for sure. At least AMD is. And so, yeah, I think we got to wait for some of them to pick a direction. Roku. Thoughts on ACB? ACB is a cannabis stock, so right now the cannabis plays are just in a downward trend. ACB is one of the higher float, smaller range cannabis plays, though. And so I think at this point it's such a tight consolidation area that I'd want to wait for it to actually pick a trend because we got a lot of wicks. It's just a very tight range. It's only moved all day today. ACB has only moved 6 cents, and so that's a pretty tight range, if I'm being honest. So that's kind of how I feel about it, but who knows what it's gonna do. A CODX penny stock did go on a run there. We also got Roku here. I could think about shorting with the risk of 74, and so my risk would be about 24 cents. But now we're getting a squeeze up in that too, so went right up to my risk. Look, this was the risk I said. Let's see if it holds 74. At this point, I'm not taking it. It's way too close to my risk. But that 74 level is what I said I wanted to see hold. Let's see if it actually does that. If this actually holds, I may kind of create a new trade idea based off of this. Even though the accuracy might not be great, the risk reward has got to be outstanding for these type of moves. When you use that low of that opening range right here as a risk level and you just buy it pretty close, or you short it pretty close to that right there. Like I said, before this even happened, I called out this level. The 74 is what I called out as my risk. And look at that rejection off of it. So, interesting. Nice, Junior. Hey, brother, just don't force it, man. Just don't force it, brother. If you got a green day, man. Look at that move. Honestly, that hurts a little bit. You guys heard me call out Roku. Man, look at that follow through. Honestly, it still looks good. If it bounces up to the $0.50, I might consider taking Roku here, especially with how weak the SPY looks. Honestly, I haven't been having the best results with Roku lately, so if I do take it, it's going to be like a little baby trade. Just because I haven't been having the best results with it. Let's see if that spread can get a little bit better, too. AMD just pushing up here. Well, there goes the market spiking up, too. Hey, what's up? It's you, not me. What's up, man? Long time no see, brother. Hope you're doing well. You alright, Mitch? You there, bro? You alright, Mitch? You there, brother?
Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
No,
so
I
yeah,
just had to go get something.
yeah, market's spiking up here. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate the like. Yeah, look at the market spiking up though here. AMD spiking up, market spiking up. Um,
Yeah, looking at EMPH right now, seeing this is gonna come start go long.
yeah, just I was thinking about shorting Roku here, but considering markets breaking highs, look, there's the high break. Are we gonna break 300 today, guys? Are we gonna break 300? What's the lifetime highs? 299.66. Are we gonna break? Look at this spike in the overall market. So yeah, like I said,
Making a move.
I was thinking about shorting Roku, but not with this market move right now. Look at this spike here. It's up to 299.50s. The high, like I said, is 299.66. So the high is right here. Let's see if we break it. Are we going to break the lifetime highs here, guys? Very interesting. Let's see what we get. DVAX is back at the VWAP 2. I could use a 15 level. Are we gonna break it? Like I said, I'm not gonna risk shorting. AMD actually pulled back here. Wow. Look at SQ though. Look how strong SQ is. If SQ pulls back to the VWAP, I might consider shorting it, or I might consider longing that one if it pulls back to the VWAP at around 79. But if not, I'm just not gonna toy with it. We gotta get some patterns following through though here. As of now, I mean, there's not that many fades anymore. I'm looking at CGC. If CGC can pull back to like 50s, I'll consider it. Maybe scale into that one. Same thing with Cron if it can pull back to 40. Big pullback in the SPY. Thinking about adding like a tiny sizing for Roku here. With maintaining that previous risk level, but all right, I jumped in with 50 shares. Bad spread for Roku. We're gonna see if we get that flush, and like I said, I'm just gonna keep that 75 level as my risk. We'll see what happens. Spread's got to even out a little bit. But it's just a little feeler trade because the market's starting to reverse here. It's looking a little bit better. And so we're just going to have some fun with this one. There's the fade. Maybe I should have taken bigger sizing. There's 20s, 30s. Not too shabby here with 50 shares. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit off there. Now I'm just holding 25 shares. Not a bad little trade on Roku with a ridiculously small risk. I was risking like 10 bucks. And I'll add to it if it bounces back there.
All right, gonna risk 5 cents here on EMPH. Short risk right now is right above 2011s.
Here, I'll throw you up. Here, I got you.
I gotta do the share.
Oh, here, it's up to you.
Yeah, it's just a mix.
Okay, here I can just
keep you up in the.
Yeah, I can just keep you up in the background, man. Or I can just keep you like the picture of you trading up in the background. All right, there's a flush down to the under the whole dollar. We'll see if we get that whole dollar crack here for Roku.
Nice move on the AMRN. Big down move there.
I got out of Roku. I am up a huge 50 cents on the day. What?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I'll
good trade
right here, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, man, it was a 50 share trade, and let's see what I made. I made $20 on it, so 50 shares, not too bad.
Hey,
I made 40
just take
cents.
it.
Yeah, I made 40 cents a share, so I'll take that. Like I said, it was a little fun trade. Yeah, look, here's Mitch. I'm gonna throw him up.
Let's see what we get here.
Yeah, man. Ballin', Jordan. What? Don't hate.
Hey.
No, there you go. I kind of got Mitch up, but I'm trying to figure out the best place to put him. I'm thinking maybe right here is probably the best place, so you can kind of see both. There we go. All right, so you're in ENPH, Mitch.
Yep.
Ah, you disappeared. All right, there's ENPH. Yeah, that's the issue. Is like whenever I click on anything, you disappear.
Um, I'm coming
Here, I'm
through a
gonna.
little louder.
Here, it's
I,
cool. I'm gonna. What I can do though, what I really can do here is I can just I can delete my picture and then put you up, and then when you're done, I can put my picture back or my video back up. So here, just hold
yeah.
on.
Lower my mic a tad bit.
All right, I got you. Here, hold on. There we go. That should work. Now I can click. Yeah, that works. All right. And lower your mic a little bit. All right.
Yeah, just a little bit.
There we go. All right. That should be a little bit better. Let me know if that works, guys. Thoughts on MDR now? MDR, I'm still kind of looking for a fade. The good thing about MDR is like if it pulls back to 23, I could use that previous kind of that previous little dip as my risk. So what I mean by that is if it pulls back to this level here, I can use this level, the high of this level up here at 31 as my risk. And if you extend that to the left, you can see this area here. And then a reward target would be like down at like 10.05 right here. And so your risk is what, from 23 up to 30. So you got up to 31. And so your risk is 8 cents, and your reward is from 23 down to 05. So your reward is like, what is that? 18 cents. And so better than 2-to-1 risk reward for that one. And I may actually consider taking it here. Let me see. Now, there's not really any like foolproof way to predict that. Junior, it all just depends, man. Nothing is 100% in trading. The best thing you can look for is solid resistance above it. You know, if you got a lot of resistance above it, then, you know, you have a little bit better odds of being successful in that trade. But if there's no resistance above it and it kind of has a free reign to just spike up, then you're going to get squeezed out a lot. And so what I like to look for is just big resistance levels above that level. And like I said, MDR is a good example. You know, you have this big solid resistance level at 1031, and you have a few confirmations in that risk level here. So you can see here, you got some confirmation in that risk level. And so that gives it a little bit more resistance above it, if that makes sense. I also like MDR because it's pretty extended from the previous day. Tight spread. And I would trade MDR. I'm kind of looking at Cron a little bit more now, but MDR, maybe so. MDR is up to 100. All right, I'm in MDR, 100 shares. Like I said, just a really tight risk level of 31 or so.
All right, got to be careful with the MPH because if it does get over this, it could squeeze. So just got to be smart here. If it does squeeze, I'm going to be looking to get in it. Do you have a daily high right above it? 2054s.
All right, so I added another.
I think I could get above that.
All right, so I added another 100 shares to MDR. We're getting a little bit of a fade here.
Okay.
My bad, Mitch.
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, there's a nice little drop there, so we're up $9. Gonna look for a little bit bigger drop down to, like I said, that 1005 level is what
I like the trade, man. I like the trade. Good trade.
All right, thanks, brother. We'll see if we can get a little bit bigger of a flush down here. I like it still. The biggest thing we have to worry about is this level right here acting as support, you know. All right, there's 13s. 12s. See if we get a little bit more of a drop and I'll take some profits. At this point, I can hold at break even. All right, I took half off there. And so just going to let the rest work. Small trade. Just building a little bit of profit up on the day. Now I can just let the rest work. I probably should have taken a little bit bigger sizing, but because I've taken profits at that level, now, it's not going to be a losing trade really per se. So I think we'll be all right. Can hold the rest break even. Looking at CGC here, I've been watching this one all day. CGC is kind of squeezing back to the VWAP here. Are you in a trade, Mitch? Oh.
Yeah, I'm still in EMPH.
Okay. Yeah, I was in MDR short. My bad, bro. Yeah, usually anytime I say fade, Steve, it means I'm short. Like I said, it's kind of the same plan I talked to you about. When you asked me what I thought about MDR, this is kind of the exact same plan I talked about, which is that 1031 risk. Reward target getting in at 1022, 1021, and setting a full reward target of 1005. It got as low as 1011, but it made enough for me to make some profit in it already. We're squeezing up. I could consider adding to it. I'll probably just hold the rest break even if I'm being real. We'll see. I don't hate it. It just depends on what happens here with it. I could add back to it actually. Maybe I'll consider adding back to it. SQ is kind of pulling back to the VWAP. Yeah, there's 19s.
Whole bunch of volume there on the ass fill in there for EMPH. You got to be careful here.
Really kind of thinking about CGC. The biggest thing I don't like about CGC or Cron is that there's this previous high right here. And so if it breaks that, it's going to be a lot more bullish, I think. And so I just want to be careful here.
Squeeze there, EMPH. I had a feeling this one was going to squeeze, guys. I fought it there. Should have waited and took the long. Now I got to wait for a pullback.
AMD, man. AMD ended up flushing. There's 16s. I'm thinking about adding back to this one, MDR. And like I said, maintaining that 1023 risk, which would be break even on my previous shares. What's my average now? My average is 1019. Hey, appreciate the sub, Airplane and Nick. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Look at that squeeze in the MPH. Yeah, I should have stuck on that one. I had a feeling it was going to squeeze. It just showed squeeze. I really was just fighting my read there. Easy long there. You saw all the volume accumulating at 20s. Now up there to the 2025s. Almost 2030s there. Look at that breakout. That's the kind of breakout you want to be in on the long side. It gave you that sign to squeeze out there. I just fought it. Easy 30-cent trade there. Just not read well.
Yeah, it happens, brother.
Yeah, I've been off lately. Got to get back on the horse. That was an easy one.
So I added to MDR here. I added 100 shares to it. Thinking about it, I think I was just trading a little bit too small with this one. We'll see if it works. I mean, I'm going to still maintain that previous entry as my risk now at 1022. Keep it break even. And then, try to get it down to 1005, for a little $20, $30 gain. See if we get the break underneath it is the ideal situation, but we'll see. All right, well, now that Mitch is out, I'm going to put my camera back up, and I'm going to throw him back up once he gets back into something else.
I'll let you know.
Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, we're at 1015s. Up a very small amount in this trade. And so, like I said, I'm just looking for it to come back down to the bottom of this range at about 10:06 is what I'm ideally looking for here. You can see the range. I'll just kind of draw it out so everybody can see what I understand by this. Here's the range. And so we're just looking to take advantage of that. I've already built some profit. Either way, it's not going to be a terrible, thing if it squeezes up. Of course, that's not what we want to see. But tight risk, regardless of what happens, I'll be okay. Very tight trade. Looking at CGC still, I kind of want to get into it, but I'm already in this trade, and so I'm just going to let this one play out for CGC, or for MDR. Yeah, I think that's right around where my entry is, too, now that I've added to it. But I've already taken some profits in this one. Yeah, my entry is right around 1017. So, yeah, like I said, the goal is to get it down here now, obviously, down to 1005 or so. Just a range-bound trade. This is kind of how we approach range with the VWAP strategies we use. Looking for my 4th green day in a row this week. My 4th green day in the row. We'll see if we can get that today. I could hang it up and end the day up $10, but after commissions, it'd probably be a slightly losing day. So we're going to give it some time. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty sure I broke my finger yesterday. See, I could also use this level as risk. While we're hanging out here, if anybody wants to use the same platform and broker that mission I use, go check out TradeNet. Honestly, I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can new traders get this much buying power with actual ability to short stocks and no PDT rule in a bundle for this cheap. I think most of the time, let's be honest, most new traders end up kind of depositing thousands into regular brokers, regular conventional brokers. And let's be real, most of the time they end up losing that. With TEFs and TradeNet, you're only essentially risking what you pay for the package, and you're probably getting more buying power than you would with a regular broker. And again, there's no PDT rule. The commissions are pretty cheap if you use small sizing, and so there's a lot of good benefits to using TradeNet. Some people hate on them, and I get it. But the truth is, most traders are going to lose their TradeNet account as well. Most new traders are just going to lose, and that's just what it is in trading. But it's just a smaller risk. You're only risking what you pay for the package, and for less than $400, you get $14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule, pretty cheap commissions if you use small sizing, a trading course, access to a trading chat room, and so there's a lot of good stuff that comes with it. And so I'll post that link here if anybody wants to check that out. I also have a full walkthrough of their pros and cons that I'll post here as well, if you want to check that out on our website. And
I was trying to get long here on Grub, but I might not be able to get an entry.
All right, so we're up to 19s now. Like I said, I might keep the rest break even. We'll see. I mean, this level could very well hold as resistance at 1020s, but we'll see.
Yeah. Missed my long there in Grub also. Should have took the trade. It was just a little bit higher than what I wanted it. Should have just opened up risk, lowered down share size. It's still a good trade there.
Looking at CGC, and yeah, we might get squeezed up here. Like I said, though, the beautiful thing about this trade on MDR is that because I've taken profits already, even if this squeezes up, it's only going to be a tiny loss, all things considered. And that's the beautiful thing about a fade, about trading these VWAP range-bound strategies, because these are range-bound strategies. The beautiful thing about them is that if you take profits at the right spot, even if it goes against you after that, you're still fine in that trade. And so that's kind of the goal here, is that if I take profits at the right spot, I'm protected in this trade. And that if it squeezes up and stops me out after that, I'm not stressed out about it because I've already taken profits at the right spot. And all I have to do is let it go to my levels at this point. All right, so we are getting a drop in the overall market. That should be good theoretically for this trade. Look at that drop in the market. The market just dropped 25 cents in the SPY very, very quickly. Look at this. SPY's dropping big. Fades might start to work here. And just since I said that, MDR has dropped down to 14. So we're going to look to, like I said, pivot down to the bottom of the range here. But look at this drop.
Getting in there, CGC, guys. Short on CGC.
Yeah, what I really like about CGC here is all that resistance level above it from that opening range. On CGC, this is what I really like on CGC right here. That that 3850 resistance. It's just solid right there.
Yep.
And so it's just a very obvious risk level. And look at the market tank here, though, guys. Man, all right, if we can get back down to 8 or 10, I'll probably take that 100 share back off. Those 100 shares back off. We'll see.
There you go, looking good.
Yep. Yeah, that solid resistance level above it looks, looks really good.
Yep. Especially with the market just tanking like that. All right, guys, gonna look to capitalize on this tank here.
All right, there's 14s, 15s. Yeah, at this point, it's just a range-bound trade for MDR. We're just going to look for it to come back down to the bottom of the range. But again, like I said, I've already taken profits in this one, so even if it squeezes up and goes against me, I'm going to be pretty protected because it's just going to be a very small loss if that happens. Man, look at the SPY tanking under 299, so the SPY's just looking weak here. I don't know if Thinkorswim's lagging, but mine's showing. All right, there's 13s.
Was looking to short there QCOM, but didn't get in there at 75.20s. Risk would have been 35s.
There's 12s. Let's see if we can. There's 11s. Tens. All right, I'm going to take half off there. Like I said, to get down to tens, I'll take a little bit off. And now I'm just going to let this last little bit work. Again, I mean, this is the whole goal, is to let it come back down to the bottom of this range. And I could add my sizing if it bounces back to these highs. I really like it because it's putting in lower lows here at 1020. But yeah, if it bounces back, I could add back to it. But, it's at the bottom of the range. I'm just going to let these last little shares work and see what happens. Yeah, that's the whole goal. Like, if you see this range here, this is what we do with VWAP fades, right? This is the range that we're attacking. This is the range we're attacking right here. And so if you can see this range, we're just looking to short it around the top and then cover it around the bottom. That's all we're doing with these VWAP fade strategies, is we're attacking this range right here. Very obvious range. Short it at the top, cover at the bottom. That's all we're looking to do. Of course, if it breaks under these lows, if it breaks underneath these lows, that's great. If it breaks underneath this low at 10.05, that's great. But that's not the goal of the trade. The goal of the trade is just to cover and take advantage of that really self-evident range that it has there for MDR. All right, there's 09s.
All right, want to see the SPY hold 299.17s to show us that bearish sign. We've got a nice VWAP fade, nice VWAP reject from MU and AMD. Also saw a nice VWAP reject from JD.
All right, there's 10. It got down to 10.08s. It's going to test this low of the range.
All right, great drop there for CGC there, guys.
Yeah, man, it's looking good. If you could throw your screen up, I could throw you up while I'm kind of.
All right, just give me a second. I'll switch over.
Okay. Yeah, look at that drop. All right, we'll see if we get this low of the day break. We're going to get a bounce so often right here at 10.10. We're going to get a bounce extremely often at 10.10. And so, that's just something we got to be prepared for. A lot of the time, it's just going to kind of consolidate in this range. And that's kind of why I added to the top. It's just going to go like this, It's going to happen very, very often. And so that's why we take some profits down there at that low. Let me just clear this drawing set. Look at AMD. Look how weak AMD was today, man. I'm just going to get out here, I think. I don't think it has that much space or room. So not a bad little trade there. I don't know why I'm trading so small, but a little $20 gain.
Hey, it happens. No stress.
Just a little small.
Worry about the sets.
Yep. All right, so yeah, I'm out of MDR. It may continue to break down, but like I said, that's not the goal of the strategy. The goal of the strategy is just to ride it down to the bottom of that range, and that's the same thing Mitch is doing here. Like if I draw out Mitch's CGC trade right here,
Yep.
yeah, here I'll throw Mitch up. Mitch is in CGC right here. Where's your entry on CGC, Mitch?
43s.
Yeah, so Mitch is in right here, and then he's
Looking to
just
get
looking.
out as soon as this gets to this next breakdown.
Yeah, probably looking to get out right here. And so again,
Oh,
that's all he's doing is just attacking this range right here. And that's all we're doing with the view up phase is just attacking that really obvious range there.
exactly. And with the SPY just tanking like this, I'm looking at what's going on with everybody else. Volumes coming in at the lows, so showing that shorters aren't being afraid of taking this down a little bit. And we can just get a small pullback. It doesn't have to be a huge move in the SPY, but you definitely see the pullback down heading towards the support. The support on this is 298.39, or at least up there to the 298.54s. So definitely could see another little drop here.
Yeah, I'm out of MDR. I got out at around 10:08 or 10:09 for MDR. Like I said, my goal is just to attack that range, Steve.
There you go, guys. Look at that drop.
Yeah, and look at this
There you
range.
go. Took 800 off there at 38.20.
There you go. But yeah, I'm out of MDR. Like I said, the goal is just to attack the range, and that's all we're doing. We're just attacking that range, and if it breaks the low of the day, that's great. But that's not really what we're trying to do. We're just trying to cover it at the bottom of that range, just like Mitch did. Mitch just covered some.
Jumping in there at CVM, short CVM also.
Here, try to get your screen up so we can see it.
Got you. I'm putting you up right now.
Okay.
All right. Just gotta take off the video.
Yeah, no stress.
Look at Hendrix. Can you see Hendrix? He's sleeping in the middle.
Yeah, he is. He's chill. Here, look, just to show you guys. Look, check out. Here, I'm gonna.
Hendrix is sleeping.
Look, there he is. Look at Mitch's cat
He's
just
sleeping
hanging out,
man.
Yeah.
Why trade? He knows the deal.
Yeah, man. That's his spot, man.
Yeah, he claims it.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
Share up.
Yep, you are up. Here, let me
There
fix
you
this
go.
for you. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw myself up now since. Here we go. Good trade though.
Yeah. Giving myself a chance here.
I'm telling you, man, you need to come to CGC, bro. CGC is one of those ones where if you look at my stats, I trade CGC and my accuracy rate is ridiculously high with CGC because it's just with fades and rejections, it's just extremely reliable. Extremely reliable with fades and rejections.
All right. I'm going to cover a little bit into here as it starts holding here. We're going to see if it either breaks down here or comes back up, and we'll cover a little bit. It's getting a little support there. Some shares covering there.
And like I said, guys, if you want to check out the best scanners in the game, and these are the scanners that Mitch and I use to really find the best stocks in the market, go check out Trade Ideas. The link's in the chat right there. You can see, here, I'll post it one more time. But yeah, best scanners in the game by far. What I really like about these scanners is that they're super customizable. And so you can actually build and kind of tweak the scans to fit with your certain strategies that you use. And so, honestly, there's a reason all the big traders use Trade Ideas is because, like I said, they're the best scanners in the game by far. And so if you want to help support the channel and also get the best scanners in the game, I'm going to post this link here for you to check out as well.
All right, here comes that drop. Let's see if we get a nice takedown or no. Comes some pressure.
Oh man, I could put you up too. Well, yeah, look, I could put you up too. There you are. You're in the bottom corner. All right, so I got you up too. So I can put you up here. I'm gonna delete myself so people can kind of see Mitch's.
What's up?
Yeah,
Let's do this, guys.
there you
See
go.
what we got here.
Yeah, you're a little small here, but
Yeah, it shortens me out. There you go, guys. Down
ah,
to the 18s,
there we go. Gotcha.
15s. Wait 1 second for that 19 to change off the ask.
There you go. So yeah, I figured out how to make it better. There we go. Question: do you ever switch long after you cover short? No, and I don't necessarily think it's the best move, but I think for some people it can work. I think it
Covered
just
a little
depends.
bit there, a little bit at the low. The guys was trying to get that 19 to crack down to 15s, but just covered a little bit there to pay myself. All right, CVM looking good also, guys. Now down to the eights. Gonna look for that one to bounce back to VWAP and do a VWAP rejection. VWAP rejection, CVM. Now for CGC, we can only add at VWAP or let it crack. Just let it work. The real key is going to be the SPY, guys. SPY heading down to that low. Let's see if it can break down that low. I see this coming back to VWAP here and playing a little game here. So be careful for that move back up there to guys to VWAPs for certain stocks. Finding support at where they are right now.
Nice trade, brother. Nice trade, man. Nice patience for sure. Probably better patience than I would have had.
Yeah, it hasn't been the easiest day.
But I'm liking this, man. We got Mitch up here. We got Mitch's screen. We got Mitch's face cam. You know, we got everything up
Let's
there, man.
work.
Yeah, man.
There you go. Nice little breakdown there, CGC. All right, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to cover 200 here. I expect a little bounce back here, but if we do get a flush, I'm okay with just holding the rest. It's a nice trade there. $300 realized on that trade.
Yep. Good work, brother.
Yeah, covering down at the low of the day. And that's really what's important here. I'm not going to push it. I feel like lately I've been kind of pushing it on the low of the day, not taking the low of the day. And I like to take my base hits also. You know, you can't just shoot for home runs every trade. And I think that's what we've been learning a lot in the summer market is you have to know how the market overall has been rewarding you. Has it been giving you those continuation patterns, or has kind of the patterns just kind of not been fulfilling and just being what we call range bound moves? You're
Yep.
going to see a lot of times you're going to see stocks do what we call range bound moves from the top of the resistance to the bottom of the support, or from the bottom of the support to the top of the resistance.
Right.
These are trades that you still can capitalize, but you have to understand it.
Right. And that's all VWAP fades are. It's just a range bound. You know, you're taking advantage, like Mitch said, you're shorting it at the top of the range and you're covering it at the bottom, and that's all you do, and it works. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about it. That's why.
Yeah. I can show you it right on this trade. Look, a breakdown of support at the open, comes down, creates a support at the bottom, then makes a move back up to the resistance. And then what does it do, guys? Immediate rejection at the resistance, right back down to the support. And that's what you want to be looking at. That's what you're trying to tackle here.
Yep.
Clear
Yeah,
as day.
it was a VWAP. Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
No, clear as day in CGC, and that's exactly the move we talk about.
Yeah, it was a VWAP fade, Ryan, and I believe he got in at 38.43, and it was a VWAP fade. So it's one of our most common strategies that we trade with. It's one of our most common strategies that we trade. And so I posted that link. Go check out that link. That's our website. All of the content on our website is free. And we have strategy breakdowns. That link that I just posted in the chat is actually a strategy breakdown. And so it's a VWAP fade. And so you're basically shorting it. You're looking for a downward move and then a pullback to the VWAP. And then you're shorting it on that pullback right around to the VWAP. And you're looking to cover some of it as it drops back down towards the low of the day. But yeah, there'll be definitely a more thorough explanation on our website, so just go check out the link. Like I said, everything we do is completely free. Also, go check out our free trading camp section of our website. We have about 12 or 13 classes uploaded. If you go to our free trading camp playlist on this YouTube channel, we have about 17 classes now total uploaded, and we're constantly uploading more. And they're all free, anywhere between like 20 minutes to an hour long is the duration. So we've got a lot of content for free if you want to check that out as well.
All right, guys, gonna see this more than likely reverse there at that 38. Was giving it a chance to break that 38. Was maybe thinking about covering here at 38.05s, but giving it a chance here to break 38s. If not, I'll go ahead and I'll cover here at a flip over 16.
Look at IMUX. IMUX may be a VWAP bounce, so a long setup, a VWAP bounce. I don't mind that one with a risk of it's got a huge range, and so I would want my risk to be like 15.05 for about an 80-cent risk. But then my reward level would be from 80 up to 70 or 80, about a $2 reward. So an 80-cent risk with the $2 reward there for IMUX. So that doesn't look terrible. I don't think I can probably trade it because it looks like a parabolic mover. Let me see. But it doesn't look bad. So just bringing that to everybody's attention.
All right, guys, watching there as we're seeing the bounce there. VBAP reject possible for QCOM. Seeing the SPY hold down there at the support. It's collecting some volume, though. You got to be careful. We're going to see some big volume either drop down and crush it here, or it's going to start holding here and get some bag buyers.
Have a good day, James. I appreciate you being here, brother. Have a good day, man.
And of course, James. Take care, buddy.
All right.
All right, let me catch up with the chat. What's going on?
Yeah, nothing, man. Just hanging out, answering questions, and chilling. Your dog's upset, man. Marley's upset.
Oh, you know the life. All right, guys. We're going to see this bounce here. Okay, this is where the bounce should go to, the 38.25s. I can almost expect that. It's kind of doing a 1 minute fake out move here, trying to either recollect shorts here at 38.25 and break down this 38, or push back to VWAP and kind
Don't
of
forget
trap
about.
a bit shorts.
My bad. Don't forget about CVM, man. CVM's going.
Oh yeah, it's crashing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see the money racking up.
All right, I'm just saying.
I just kind of let that one build.
Yeah.
I know where my risk is on that one, and I'm okay with it coming down here. And so we just want to see it get to the 75s.
Yeah, Mr. Bo. IMUX was one I called out about 5 minutes ago for that VWAP bounce, and it's bouncing some, so would have been right on that one for IMUX. But like I said, I don't know if that one would have been tradable for me, but it looked like a really obvious VWAP bounce. Like I said, my risk level could have been 1480. Or no, about 1505 was my risk level. So it's bouncing really nicely for IMUX. Would have loved to been able to take it, but.
All right, there's that expected bounce near that 38.25 for CGC. I took a little bit off there for CVM just to pay myself. Now that it's hanging down there below the support, I want to see it hold 8 and just reject down, break through the 790s.
Nice. SPY's rebounding a little bit here too.
Yeah. Like I told you guys, he collected a little bit more shorts there on that bounce. And now we need to see this 38.25 resistance hold and it crush right back down, or it's going to make a move to VWAP. Like AMAT coming back up to VWAP there. So I'd be careful with these because, they could reverse here. AMD making its way back to VWAP.
Yeah, man. I think it's following the SPY at this point. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. Honestly, though, if it gets to the VWAP, that'll be a long climb back up, and so I don't really hate it because then you could really use this 70 level as your risk. Maybe 75 is probably what I would like to do.
Yep. I'm watching this SPY on a 15-minute, and it's done me really well lately. Just gotta watch it on that 15 minute. Every single time I go to the 5 minute, I get a little faked out, guys. So just a tip out there. When you're watching the overall market, you want to watch it in a higher time frame than you're trading, so you can really see where the range bound moves are going.
Yep.
I think when you follow the SPY on, let's say, a 1 minute, you're gonna get faked out.
Oh,
It's just
100%.
bound to happen. There's that push that I expect there for CGC. Let's see the volume collecting up there and the 24s and 22s.
Honestly, my internet's not that bad up here. My internet's 120 megabytes per second. Upload speed's on point though. Upload speed is like 40 megabytes per second. So you took some profits in CVM. I think that was the right move too. I was kind of looking at it. I didn't want to say anything because I figured you probably see stuff that I didn't anyway. But I like that move on CVM. I like the profit
Yeah, I
taking
just
for sure.
covered a tiny amount of my
Right.
shares,
Yeah.
giving myself still the ability to get that real nice win if it does break down from there, but also covering a little bit, protecting the risk, not going to let
Yep.
it come back up there.
For sure. I like that move. I like the screen though, man. I like having Mitch up here with you can see his cat chilling. You know, looks cozy over
Hanging
there, man.
out, just licking
Yeah,
himself over there.
looks cozy over there, man. Trying your VWAP on Roku looks like it just rejected on there on the 1 minute. Yeah, just be careful. There's certain stocks that I really like it on, and then there's certain stocks I don't. I'm not saying Roku is one of the stocks I don't, but Roku on average is a lot less reliable. But it doesn't actually look
All right.
bad there. That actually looks like a good one for Roku here. So it looks like it
Sweet
might work.
guys. AMRN, AMRN. We'll keep that one on watch. See if I can maybe get it come back down. That one does look strong.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad, Robert, on Roku really. Like I said, Roku I have kind of mixed results. The ones that I really like VWAP fades on are AMD and CGC. Those two are my babies. AMD might be or CGC's cheating on me with Mitch today, but those are my babies. AMD and CGC. Those are the ones that I trade almost every single day. And Roku is kind of a coin flip for me. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't mind the setup right now for Roku. It's just about where's my risk in this situation, and you just want to make sure you have good risk reward. I don't mind like the 25 risk, like 103.25. But again, I mean, to me, Roku's a little bit more of a coin flip with this one. So it could work, it might not. I've had mixed results. But again, I don't think the setup looks bad by any means there for Roku. I think it looks decent. Um, it's just whether Roku wants to work with us today. It did fade once already, which gives it a little bit more confirmation.
Let's
So
see
good
what we
luck, Robert.
time to hang out.
Yeah, man.
This is when I put my hands down and just kind of ease out.
Yeah, I'm not
This is
gonna.
not when you want to have too much focus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to let the stream go on too long today because we have our painters here, and I would let you keep going, Mitch, but we're gonna have to unplug my cable modem, and so
I
they
got
can
no
paint
problem,
downstairs.
man. It's all good.
Okay, for
It's
sure.
been a great trade from here. Kind of really happy about reading momentum lately. Uh, what I need to do is I haven't been, let's say, trading the best. So one of the things I've been noticing though is I have been reading the momentum, just not following through. And so reason being is so I'm reading the momentum, I'm getting a good entry, getting a good swing towards my trade, but then not taking the trade off because I'm trying to get that home run or kind of pushing the range bound moves. And so you guys are going to see me try to take a little bit more base hits until we start seeing kind of a bigger range move in the SPY that will give us that bigger range move in our penny stocks and in our other mid cap stocks.
Right, for sure. And remember, guys, go check out TradeNet. Honestly, like I said, I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you get 14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. You can short anything that's tradable. It comes with a trading course and access to a trading chat room, again, for less than $400. I think it just makes sense risk reward wise for new traders. It really allows them to get their feet wet without risking a ton of money and actually being able to get around the PDT rule. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post this link. There's also a full breakdown of their pros and cons that I'll post here on our website. And so yeah, I'll post it. It's the walkthrough where I do break down their pros and cons because there are some cons to using them. And so go check out the link I just posted, thebeginnertrading.net/walkthrough. Also, guys, they do have a demo challenge that is completely free to enter. So the way it works is they give you a $10,000 funded demo account for 5 trading days, and if you can make over $500, if you can make $500 in net profit within those 5 trading days while following their rules, you win yourself a free intro package on TradeNet. And like I said, it's completely free to sign up for. There's not really any downside to it. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few days. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post this link here as well. And go check out Trade Ideas. We'll post that link too. And all these help support the channel. Mitch and I do this all for free. Everything we upload is free. And so this is just great ways to help support the channel. If you want to see the best scanners in the game and see kind of how Mitch and I find these stocks that we trade every day, I'll post this link here as well. Best scanners in the game, super customizable, allow you to do a lot of different stuff with them. And like I said, go check out our website. We've got a lot of great free content on our website at beginnertrading.net. And yeah, good work today, Mitch. We'll see you all a little bit later. Have a good day. And
there you go, CVM breaking down there to 87s there.
Yeah, for sure. Roku's looking good too, Robert. Roku's looking great, Robert. So I hope you're in that one, man. It looks good for a VWAP fade. Remember, with VWAP,
a little bit there.
Nice move. Remember, Robert, with VWAP fades, we typically set our reward target as the low of the day, but you could also use half and whole dollars. Like that 102 level looks solid for a reward target depending on where your entry is. That 10 and then the next level is kind of at 101.75. So those levels don't look bad. Remember, I'm not an investment professional, not liable for any losses you take. You always got to make your own assessment of the market. I'm just kind of saying what I would do in this trade and kind of trying to help. So yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Guys, take care.
Yeah, guys, hit that sub button, click the like button if you want to help support us. And, yeah, have a good day, guys. Nice work today, Mitch.
Take care, guys.